Hey, and welcome to the channel. Have you ever actually stopped and wondered what the real builders of the internet are pouring all their time and energy into right now? Well, today we are breaking down the official 2026 GitHub rankings to see exactly where the developer ecosystem is heading. No opinion pieces here, folks. We are digging straight into the raw data to figure out which open source projects are absolutely skyrocketing and what that means for the future of tech.
So before we unpack this massive dataset, if you could just take a quick second to hit that like button on this explainer and subscribe to the channel, it honestly helps us out so much. All right, get ready, because the data we're diving into today reveals an absolutely explosive amount of growth in two very specific areas: autonomous artificial intelligence and the Rust programming language. Let's see how they're completely reshaping the web. Okay, let's dive into this. Here's our roadmap for today's explainer. We're going to hit four major shifts. First, the AI agent takeover. Second, the Rust revolution. Third, the human element. And finally, legacy systems. Starting things off with number one, the AI agent takeover.
Now, what's really interesting is that for a while, AI just kind of felt like this shiny new toy, right? But looking at the 2026 data, it's clear developers are now building fully autonomous systems. Just consider the sheer volume of stars at the absolute top of these rankings. We've got OpenClaw sitting at a mind-blowing 367,000 stars. It is literally the #1 trending AI project right now. Think of it as a personal AI assistant that hooks into over 50 different integrations, stuff like WhatsApp and Slack. Trailing behind it, but honestly still pulling absolutely incredible numbers, we have the workflow automation platform N8N at 186,000 stars, and the autonomous agent platform AutoGPT right there with 182,000 stars. But what actually ties massive projects like OpenClaw together? Well, it's this huge 2026 trend called local-first AI. These are tools specifically designed to keep your data strictly on your own device, running models locally across whatever operating system you happen to use. Basically, developers and companies are just entirely bypassing cloud privacy concerns. Projects like WebUI, which gives developers a really slick interface for local models, and currently sits at 127,000 stars. They are proving that the future of AI isn't just locked up in massive corporate server farms, it's happening right on your local machine.
So, to summarize the AI landscape right now, the community is just obsessed with building autonomous workflows. Developers are absolutely flocking to platforms like Dify. That one has 140,000 stars just for visually designing large language model apps. We're also seeing this massive spike in terminal-based coding agents. Google's Gemini CLI has 97,000 stars, and OpenAI's Codex is sitting at 80,000. These are essentially lightweight agents that run directly in a developer's terminal. It's kind of like having a constantly present AI pair programmer right there with you.
Moving on to part two, the Rust revolution. Now, all of those incredibly heavy AI tools we just talked about, they demand some serious computing power. Before we dig into the high-performance infrastructure actually running them, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It's what allows us to keep putting together these deep dives for you. All right, let's get back into the numbers.
Listen, Rust is completely, undeniably dominating modern developer tools right now. Just think about this lineup of projects. We've got RustDesk at 113,000 stars, giving you a self-hosted remote desktop. Then there's Dino at 107,000 stars, providing this highly secure JavaScript and TypeScript runtime. We also see Tauri at 106,000 stars for building super lightweight desktop apps. And it's totally transforming the everyday developer experience too. I mean, the insanely fast Python package manager UV is sitting at 84,000 stars, and the high-performance multiplayer code editor Zed has 81,000 stars. Basically, if it matters, it's being rewritten in Rust for maximum speed and safety.
So the absolutely crucial point here is the speed of adoption. Getting to 100,000 stars used to be this monumental milestone that took major open source projects years and years to hit. But in 2026, the velocity at which the developer community is adopting new performant tools is just staggering.
Enter Claw Code. This project currently sits at an unbelievable 190,000 stars overall, and it officially holds the record as the fastest repository to ever surpass that 100,000 star mark. And guess what? Yes, it is built entirely in Rust. This proves beyond a shadow of a doubt that high-performance, Rust-backed tools are the new gold standard for developers. If it's not blazing fast right out of the box, the community is simply going to move on.
All right, section 3, the human element. So think about this. With AI agents automating all these workflows and Rust hypercharging the infrastructure, how are human developers actually keeping their own skills sharp?
Well, the data brilliantly illustrates the dynamic between legacy education and bleeding-edge tools. You can see the massive legacy footprints of learning platforms like FreeCodeCamp, which is the most starred repo overall at 444,000 stars, and Developer Roadmap at 354,000 stars. But look at how closely the new rapid growth local AI tool OpenClaw is tailing them at 367,000 stars. It's wild. The community is actively balancing their foundational learning with this massive sudden surge in highly complex AI systems.
So what exactly are they learning? Well, the community is actively reskilling for the AI era. Microsoft's Generative AI for Beginners course has completely exploded to 108,000 stars. Over 88,000 developers have started an educational project literally called LLMs from scratch, just to understand how ChatGPT-like models actually function under the hood. But honestly, the most telling stat of all, a repository simply titled System Prompts and Models has 130,000 stars. Developers are literally studying how to talk to and command these new models effectively. Prompt engineering isn't just a buzzword anymore. It's become an absolutely critical developer skill.
Finally, Section 4, Legacy Systems.
Let's move to the last piece of the puzzle and see how this all builds out. Because despite all those flashy AI agents and modern Rust tools dominating the trending pages right now, the foundational systems of the internet are holding incredibly strong. The absolute bedrock of our technology stack, the Linux kernel source tree, remains a total titan at 232,000 stars. We've got the screen mirroring tool Scirpy sitting at 139,000 stars, and crucial infrastructure pieces like the Redis in-memory data store with 74,000 stars, or Git itself at 61,000 stars. These remind us that the core systems powering all this incredible new innovation, they aren't going anywhere anytime soon. We are currently witnessing a really fascinating split between the old guard and the new guard. The C programming language is still, without a doubt, the undisputed king of legacy system-level infrastructure. It's the language of Linux, Git, OBS Studio, and FFmpeg. But the new guard, Rust, is aggressively taking over the modern developer experience. It's pretty simple. If you are interacting directly with hardware, it's probably C. But if you are building a tool for a developer to use today, in 2026, it's Rust. So let's do a really quick recap of the major takeaways from this massive dataset. Number 1, autonomous AI agents are officially moving from cute novelties to absolutely vital workflow automators. Number 2, local-first AI is surging because developers are heavily prioritizing data privacy and on-device processing. Number 3, Rust is the go-to language powering the performance needed for these new demands. And number 4, developers are absolutely not being replaced. Instead, they are rapidly reskilling to become commanders and orchestrators of AI. Looking at all of this, it leaves us with a genuinely fascinating question to consider. With autonomous AI increasingly writing all the boilerplate code and incredibly fast Rust tools automating the infrastructure and package management, what exactly is the core role of the human developer tomorrow? Based on the data we've seen today, the future firmly belongs to those who understand how to orchestrate these powerful agents rather than just typing out the syntax themselves. And that wraps it up. If you just discovered us today, hey, and thanks so much for watching. We really hope this data breakdown gave you a much clearer picture of exactly where the open source world is headed. If you found this explainer valuable, please like the explainer and subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on our future deep dives. Catch you in the next one.